Alright, hello everybody. Welcome to something a little bit different. This is a tutorial on how to clip a raster dataset using vector data. In this case we're going to be using, this is our raster data, and in this case we're going to be using a rivers dataset which is made up of lines, line data. In theory this will work for points and it will definitely work for polygons. Main thing is we want to use some kind of vector data to cut an area of no data out from our raster. Now you'll see that around the edges this vector data actually goes beyond the extent of our raster. Now we'll be making sure that our finished product is lined up perfectly with the underlying raster, but it might seem like a small thing, but it's just something to bear in mind. It is actually quite important. Okay. Alright, so the first thing that we're going to do is go over to our rivers dataset. We're going to right click on it and we're going to go to the attribute table. Now the attribute table contains all the information that this particular vector dataset includes. So these are just the names of rivers, where they are, and various other information. Now we're going to create a column called clip and assign the value of 1 to it. Now just so you know how to do this, I will show you, even though I have already got the column in here. So if you didn't see what I did then, I click add field here, okay? Once you click that, this page will open. It's on the same pane as the attribute table. It should automatically generate a new field, blank field, at the bottom here. You simply want to call that clip. Now it doesn't like that for me because I've already got one in there. But you would work your way along, double click there, that's just the alias name, not necessary really for this. You want to change your data type to float. You want to change your number format to numeric. Okay. Once you've done that, you don't need to touch anything else. You simply come up to here where it says save. For you, that won't be grayed out. For me, it is, because I've already got a column called clip, like I said. Okay. If you do anything wrong, then don't worry. You can always delete the column by coming over here, highlighting it, right-clicking, and pressing delete. And then you can come back up here and hit new field and try again. Once you've generated your column called clip, it will appear on the very right-hand side of your vector data. When you've completed that, it should either say null or it will say 0. If you highlight the column and you right click, you can go down to this menu called calculate field. This brings up the calculate field pane. Now it might look a little bit complicated at first, but this pane is primarily just a whole load of options, and really none of them matter to us for this. In fact, we're just going to come down here to this thing right here, which should appear at the bottom of your pane unless you scroll the pane. It just should say whatever the name of the column that you've created, which is clip, equals. We would just put in the value of 1. Simply type that in and press apply. I'm not going to do it because I've got it, but that's what you do. This will give you your column clip and assign the value of 1 to every single row all the way down as far as you like. Okay, so now we're ready to move on to the next step. We're going to come over here and type in feature to raster. Feature to raster is under the conversion tools menu, which you can also access through the toolbox. Input features will consist of our rivers data, which you can simply input by dragging it across. The field will be the clip field that we've already created in the last step. The output raster is simply whatever you want to call it. Now, I would recommend a sensible name, as ArcGIS Pro and even Desktop can be particularly finicky when putting spaces or strange characters in file names. So for this, we're just going to go with poly raster. Now, before you click continue, the next part is really important. You need to assign the output cell size of your new raster to the exact same output cell size as the raster you want to clip. So this is the raster to be clipped, and we're going to create a new raster using our rivers. That new raster has to be the exact same cell size. The cell size is simply the dimensions of each cell in that raster set in order for this whole process to work. Now, if you're wondering how on earth do I know what the output cell size is, it's quite simple. Right click on raster that you want to clip, go to properties, then go to source, then go to raster information. Down here, cell size X and cell size Y, that should be the same value, and that value should be what you put in the output cell size. Once you've entered that, go to environments. Now, you can, if you wish, input the coordinate system there, but it should automatically do whatever the map is set to. The processing extent, just to be sure, should be raster to be clipped. Once you're happy with that, hit run. The end result will be a new layer called poly raster. The poly raster dataset is simply your rivers data, in this case, that was taken and converted to a raster, and the cell sizes, as you can see if we overlap rivers, have been significantly increased to match what the underlying raster cell size is. The next step is to go into the raster calculator. This can be found either through the Spatial Analyst toolbox or simply by typing in raster calculator. There should probably be more than one raster calculator here, depending on how many toolboxes you have. I always choose the Spatial Analyst tools one, although in theory they are identical. Now we're here, we're going to build a small expression that should set our new raster data to have a value of 1 wherever there is a river and a value of 0 everywhere else. If you haven't noticed already, at the moment we simply have only the areas where the rivers are. Everything else is no data. We need to change that if we want to clip this raster. To build the function, scroll down on this right hand side Tools section. Under Conditional, you'll find the function con. Con simply stands for conditional. Double click on con and it should appear in this text box. Scroll down further and you'll find the isNull function. Double click this as well. This will appear next to the con function within the con brackets. Within the isNull brackets, you want to enter your poly raster. Make sure your cursor is in between the brackets and double click. Next, we're going to tell the con function to set anything to 0 that isn't the poly raster. If you're a little bit lost at this stage, please just follow along and hopefully it should make sense soon. After the comma, open up another bracket and put poly raster in again. Make sure the bracket is closed twice so that all brackets within the equation are closed. Come down to the output raster section and input a suitable output raster name. Make sure you don't overwrite any names you've previously used during this analysis. Here, we're going to enter the name clip raster. Hit run, and in theory, you should be left with a binary or Boolean raster output. We can turn off our rivers layer at this point, and even our poly raster. The clip raster has two values, 0 and 1. 0 represents everything that is outside of a river boundary. For example, here. The value of 1, everything within. So in theory, all the green areas are our rivers, and all the purple areas are everything else. Next, we want to reclassify. Head over to Spatial Analyst Tools and click on Reclassify. Input our clip raster as our input raster, and our reclass field as value. The first thing we want to do here is set all our values of 1 to no data. In the new data column, replace 2 with no data. Above it, you'll see that all the values of 0 are going to be assigned a new value of 1. Now this isn't necessarily too much of an issue. However, in my example, I'm working with data that is standardized on a 0 to 100 scale. If I was to keep this new data value as 1, then this scale would actually be altered in our next step. Just for the safety of working with raster datasets, so that you don't ruin any of your data, just change this back to 0. The output raster can then be named. Here we're going to call it clip underscore reclass. Hit run. You should now have a dataset with the rivers cut out of it. Everything here is still 0, and everything where the rivers were is now no data, or it doesn't exist at all, effectively. A side note that I failed to mention, do make sure that your processing extent, when you complete this function, is set to the raster that you are clipping. Last but not least, we now need to go back to the raster calculator. Very simply, we're going to add our clip reclass to our original raster that we wanted to clip in the first place. We'll just call this final clip. Hit run. And there we are. A raster dataset where the rivers have all been perfectly removed. Don't worry if it doesn't look like yours has. You may still have this one on. Just turn it off. And you should still see that the scale hasn't changed, but all of the river features are now removed. I'll just quickly change the base map so that you can more easily see. And there you are. So I hope that was useful. I spent far too long trying to figure out how to do that, and I thought I'm not going to try and, go through the pain again, so I'll make a video on it. Anyway, I hope that was somewhat helpful, and I hope it answered some of your questions. That is how to clip a raster dataset using vector data.